Hey again, guys. This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today on my lunch. I'm on my lunch. Lots of stuff going on in the world of professional wrestling and WWE right now. Not only the Bullet Club invasion of the Monday Night Raw Ontario, whatever it's called, parking lot yesterday. They are building up on WWE RAW to give us a Shield reunion. And I think, honestly, I honestly can think that the build-up to Dean Ambrose forgiving Seth Rollins and them becoming a tag team again and winning the tag championships was a good build-up to SummerSlam. You know, it was actually Seth Rollins who hit Dean Ambrose with the chair that broke up the Shield. And then, of course, they would fight. Of course, it was going to be Seth Rollins against Dean Ambrose. And then I'm trying to remember. The match didn't happen for some reason. And then they sort of had to go into Seth versus Roman. And it was when Dean came back at Night of Champions. When Roman got hurt. Is when that match finally happened. They had the SummerSlam match, which was a lumberjack match, which was really freaking awesome. Because normally the lumberjacks keep everybody in the ring. But instead, everybody was fighting everywhere in the Staples Center. There was people fighting in the aisles. There was people fighting in the 100 sections. A lumberjack match was not able to contain those guys going at it. I think you add Roman to the mix. You have all three guys. I can't really remember what year the Shield broke up. It was right after WrestleMania 30. So it's been already 3+ years that we haven't seen these guys. I'm not sure that it's been forever long enough that we're dying to have this Shield reunion, but the story that's coming out is that the Shield is going to reunite, and they're going to reunite sooner than later for the TLC pay-per-view next month. And one of the reasons that they're doing the Shield reunion is because they know it's something that they have in their bag that will help drive ticket sales as well as pay-per-view buys, people getting the network. All in all, it just helps everybody. But in my mind, this doesn't really make sense because the people that they're putting them up against is going to be the Mizrouage. Miz, nothing wrong against Miz, Bo Dallas, and Curtis Axel. Two guys of the three that have never gotten over. The Miz, at times, is at the highest point he's ever been at. The guy is wrestling in great matches that are the best of his career. He's over in his character. He's got believable interviews. A lot of the things he does is spot on. But you put this guy with Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to have them go up against Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins. Three former, all three guys have had the United States Championship. I think only Ambrose has had the Intercontinental title, but all three of them are World Heavyweight Champions. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. It seems like it's really swayed that Shield's going to win. I don't know how you can make this honestly believable. I think people will be hot to see Ambrose and Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins actually come out and help out Roman Reigns for the first time. But to me, honestly, the easiest way to do this was to put them up against the Wyatts, who is easily the biggest rival that the Shield as a collaboration have had other than Evolution. And that's not going to happen because Triple H doesn't appear on television during this time of the year. Randy Orton is doing his own thing on SmackDown right now, and Batista's off probably making some movie that's going to make millions of dollars. But even when they were both heel groups, every time we saw the Shield and the Wyatts face off, it was awesome. Really, really good stuff. They had the match of the year at Elimination Chamber when they were all together. And it just seems like every time those guys came together, it made sense. The Mizrouage does not make sense. It's not like Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and this could easily be a way to save Braun Strowman. I don't know where Eric Rowan is right now, but even if it doesn't involve Strowman, and it has Harper, Rowan, and Bray Wyatt, those three guys work well together. It doesn't make sense that they're not together right now. I don't see how people will think this is believable. I'm stealing this from Mr. Dave Meltzer. When I listened to him talk about it today, he talked about referring to Survivor Series 2011 when it was Rock and Cena against Miz and R-Truth. And at that time, Miz had been a former champion, but even R-Truth really had nothing going on for him. Miz didn't either at that time, and it just didn't make sense. The only thing that was going to hurt Cena and Rock was if they didn't work well together. The only thing that was going to beat them was, them beating themselves. And I think that's what people really wanted to see anyways. But I don't think it hurt Survivor Series because people wanted to see them fight, and I think that Rock hit Cena with the rock bottom at the end of the show, but I'm not 100% sure if that's the way it went down. But if you're gonna have a Shield reunion, I'm not sure that this is the best way to have it, and we'll see what comes in the time being. The Mizrouage was able to get the advantage on Roman Reigns, but Roman's got an Intercontinental title match next week on Raw. So we'll have to see what comes of that. Ambrose and Rollins did not come out to help Roman, whether if they had left the arena or what they had done. So that's what they're building towards. Sort of like how at the build to SummerSlam is you always had Rollins, putting the fist out there trying to get Ambrose to do it. And it was finally getting that is what made the huge pop of them finally coming back together. So we'll see. Soon to come. Shield reunion TLC.